Okay, welcome to day 5. Everyone got a good night's rest, and I think they're all prepared to go out and explore Dublin a little bit, the capital city of Ireland. Super excited for this, and yeah, let's see.
So, Daddy had the black and white pudding for breakfast. What did the black pudding taste like? Like, describe it.
I won't have it again.
You didn't like it.
No,
What about the white pudding?
I can deal with it. Yes,
And it tastes like,
a little like our pan sausage,
okay, so it tastes like sausage.
but
And the
it hasn't got
difference.
it hasn't got the red pepper and the sage in it like ours. It's not as spiced up,
Oh, not as seasoned?
and it's got more than just meat in it. See, our sausage is just pork with fat.
Uh-huh.
This has got other stuff mixed in with it.
Okay. And the black pudding has blood in it, is why it's got that strong flavor.
I'm assuming it's
Yeah, it is. And then the white doesn't, so.
I mean, it's got some other stuff added. I don't know what all it is. Some seeds and
Maybe some greens?
grains. Yeah, grains.
All right.
I'm not a big breakfast eater, so I did not make breakfast this morning. Pretty sad about it because it was a full Irish breakfast. Anyway, we're here at St. Patrick's Cathedral, and we are also, I'm just showing you while we were driving just some things that we saw. This was a cinema or a theater, Ambassador Cinema, and there are several other buildings. I'm not even going to pretend to remember each one of these buildings. I know that was a history building. Very famous politician here. And again, we made our way to St. Patrick's Cathedral. This is in Dublin, Ireland. It is the National Cathedral of the Church of Ireland. Very, very pretty. It is still active. It's an active place of worship. It was established in 1191, so you're looking at a cathedral that is incredibly old and beautiful. Fun fact, one famous person that you would know about buried here is Jonathan Swift and his companion. He's the author of Gulliver's Travels. I really enjoyed looking at all of the stained glass, the architecture. It's a Gothic style, so just really beautiful, those pointed edges. Okay, I want to talk to you about this door. So there's an expression in Ireland about risking your arm, and it comes from this door because they didn't want to open the door to the other person on the other side, the enemy or whatever, so they cut a hole in the door. And in order to make peace, they would thrust their arm through this hole and shake hands. But it was quite a risk if you have an enemy on the other side of the door. I mean, you could lose your arm. So, an expression they use if you're doing something dangerous or risky would be risking your arm. Like, I wouldn't risk my arm for it. Or, like, if a teacher was taking up homework and a kid didn't have it, and she would say to him, "You're risking your arm." So, it's an expression that I really liked, but it came from this very historic door where they actually put their arm through and shook hands for peace treaties. But you did not know when you put your arm through on the other side if you would get it back. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment, let you enjoy some Irish music, and just look at this beautiful church that we had the privilege of touring. And I think I'm correct when I say that this is one of the largest churches and cathedrals, maybe one of the only cathedrals that my dad and my son have been in. So I think they were very impressed. We then continued our bus tour of Dublin and learned even more interesting facts from our tour guide. We did a little bit of walking, so I wanted to show you the students enjoying. You can see Gage there enjoying the city. And it was time to break for lunch. So actually my dad, Leslie, and myself decided to go to J.R. Mahomes pub and brewery. So delicious. So she got this garlic chicken situation. He got some lamb and I got some fish and chips. So good. And she taught me how to do it properly. So you put a good amount of malt vinegar on there, and a sprinkling of salt. It was a little much. And yeah, this is so good. She knew all about it because she has in-laws that were actually from the area. So there's us in front of the restaurant, and then we were just walking the streets and came upon this little donut shop on the street, and these donuts were delicious. They were freshly fried, and these were cinnamon sugar. Oh my gosh, so worth it.
They are still warm. They are warm. Oh my goodness. That like melts.
Almost as good as the ones you cook.
Oh, that's very sweet.
So after we had our nice little donut treat, we went walking around. Okay, this is called the Portal. It's also in New York City. So people in New York City are waving at people in Dublin, Ireland, and vice versa. It was so neat. There's the back of the portal. Okay, this large pointy object is called the Spire of Dublin. It is 390 feet tall. It's crazy tall. Then we were on to the Epic Museum. This museum is all about the history of the Irish people and how they migrated out of Ireland and all around the world, and the influences that they've had on various cultures and countries, why they were displaced, how they were displaced. And it was a beautiful museum, but I have to say it was very sad. The history of the Irish people is incredibly sad and sobering, and I enjoyed it very much, but I was sad. Okay, we took a really bad picture, me and Tina, so they had the station set up, and yeah, we tried to look as horrible as possible, and I think I definitely succeeded. Tina, of course, could not look horrible if she tried. A beautiful lady standing there in front of the books. And then this was a wall where you could put your ancestor's name in there and see if you had any connections to Ireland. I didn't even think to put Thompson in there. I put my maiden name, Wittstein, which I'm pretty sure is German. So yeah, that was interesting. When we finished with the museum, it was time for us to go for some Irish dancing and music. We had such a good time. So we learned how to do some dances. He did a tutorial that took a little while, and then once we got it, he just let us go and let the music play. So much fun. And now I'm going to let you see a little bit of that action. Then we took a break to eat some dinner. We had some mashed potatoes and ham and this lovely sauce. And then it was back to dancing, you guys. So I was trying to do my best to follow this tutorial and even got an opportunity to sing an old Irish jig.
Point, point, hop back, back, point, point, turn. Turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, again. Point, point, hop back, back, point, point, turn. Turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not bad. Big
it was a great night, great music, great fun, great dancing. Okay singing. No, the other guy that was actually over the thing did some singing as well, so that was great. And I think everyone had a blast. It is so much fun to learn the music, the dance, the culture of a different place, and this is part of it. It's not just about the scenery, it's about the food, it's the culture, it's the music, it's everything. And yeah, it's wonderful. And then this was dessert. So we had another one of those donut situations that was filled with cream and chocolate, some great conversation, and that was going to pretty much sum up the rest of our day.